Okay, let me try and get an update from here. What's going on? This is Robert Steinbuch, our lawyer. He has been busy with a whole lot of stuff.
Everybody runs away. Where's everybody going?
Hey, I'm one of the exiles.
I'm on at the post office.
Right.
Robert, why don't you give an update of what's going on?
Well, we don't know too much. Hold on. I can take this off temporarily.
So this is what's going on. So we don't.
This is Robert Steinbuch, who's been helping us legally with this issue. We're going to Pulaski County elections.
Apparently, they're having a vote right now. So we're going to find out whether they're going to steal the vote or they're not going to steal the vote.
Did they hear from Lori Justice or anybody
They did
else?
not. So our what's it called?
Delegation is now having a say.
Our delegation didn't have our delegate in there. Now, interestingly, the wife of one of the objectors tried to speak, but good for the chair, he shut her down. And what we do know is that come January, we're going to have a whole new leadership at the Republican, Pulaski County Republican Party, because it's clear that they're not for democracy, they're not for democratically elected delegates take their seats, and they've used every kind of back channel and frankly untrue statements campaigning to prevent us from being seated. And so this looks, their actions to be clear, the complainants' actions look like the actions of Soviet apparatchiks, not people who want to support democratic ideals. And to be clear, the Republican Party has always claimed, generally correctly so, that we're the party of law and order. That's the party of a lack of law and disorder. You know, they're going to be out of power shortly, and they're grasping at the sands on the beach. And the more tightly they squeeze, the more quickly the sand slips through their fingers. I'm embarrassed for them, but you know, when you have hangers-on who got nowhere else to go, they get desperate. But democracy eventually will win over cronyism and corruption.
Yes, it was embarrassing today. It was embarrassing. How do you feel about what happened yesterday?
Well, it was also, they locked out, all of the delegates were locked out from the building. They didn't let us in the lobby of the building, not in the room, in the lobby of the building. They had no basis to do so. They said, well, we didn't know who was going to be a witness. Well, Lori told them she was a witness. Lori told them that I was a witness. And neither one of us were let in the building, but the Kerrs and all of the other people seeking to steal our vote, they were let into the building. So that's not how democracy operates, of course. That's how despotism and dictatorships operate. And guess what? Guess what? This ain't the Dukes of Hazzard, and they ain't Boss Hogg. So in the end, they're going to be out of power. And it's only a matter of time.
Just like Louis the 16th. I think when you brought Louis the 16th did the same thing in Parliament.
This is not the rule
didn't work
of law.
well. Right. Yeah, this is not the rule of
This
law.
is not a republic. This is not the rule.
Right. By the way, when I was in the meeting of the so-called Credentials Committee, Ryan James was at that meeting. He used to work for one of the complainants, and he was in all of those proceedings. He should have recused himself from any participation. That was inappropriate behavior. They had no response to the fact that no one objected to the ballot. In fact, they read me the minutes, and it said there was a point of order made by a fellow about some typos, and I said, yes, indeed. The point of order is not an objection, but that notwithstanding, in response to the point of order, I made a motion to correct every one of those typos on the ballots. And we did it out loud, and everybody inked their own ballots correction. So the ballots are entirely correct because of their point of order. So they should be pleased. But what they weren't pleased is not with the ballot, they weren't pleased with the outcome. And losers often become desperate, and they lost in the ballot, and they become desperate, and that's what we're seeing today. So we'll see what happens.
All right, thank you,
Thank
Robert.
you.